is, remember, we have controlling as a management functions. Remember that one. Okay, so this is how you apply it. Okay, how you apply and how you monitor the business in a daily basis. Now, then fund sourcing, identify the possible fund resources. So just have to check what you have at the very part, at the second part. On the first part, I mean, on the statement of business funding. So just have put in here. Then, how are you going to do the distribution of the funds? So you may probably develop a diagram. So when you earn, what are you going to do with the earnings? Good day, everyone. Today, I'm going to record this video for the purpose of you guys to understand how do business or micro business proposal is being created. So we have to follow our own format that we have for the integrated business principle class. So, and which we have already been provided, it has been provided to you guys. So what I'm going to do today is to explain each and every chapter so that you will not be having hard time on like asking, online, and if I'm not able to see it immediately, you may have to wait before you can proceed. Now, the purpose of this is to make it for you guys, for each and every member of the team to be able to view it and fully understand what exactly the process that you need to do for you to be able to craft a very good micro business proposal. Though I have given you some guidelines that you are going to follow, and of course, this template would technically guide you and for you to be able to complete the entire process of having a so-called micro business proposal. Okay, first in our list is the executive summary. Actually, this is it's actually been done after everything has been completed, and the executive summary will try to mention everything about what you have done and what was included on the description of the business, the market analysis, the different needs, no, the different part of the market analysis, and of course the chapter 4 or the fourth part of the proposal is the financials, and what are you going to do, are you going to source funds, how are we going to manage the funds of the business. No, those is micro business, micro cottage business. Well, technically it's so much needed, especially nowadays that we are in the time of this pandemic, where a lot of people was losing their job, and as you can notice as well, a lot of our fellow Filipinos trying to be an instant, businessman, an instant entrepreneur, just to survive for a living, and that's actually true. Uh, if it's like how many percent, like 60% more or less of the total economy in the Philippines are being composed of the small, the micro, small, medium enterprise, the MSMEs, that that was, that what we have, here in the Philippines. Those micro businesses that, the small business, like they have a capitalization of like even like 10,000, 20, 50, even 100,000. It's really good enough for each and everyone to survive. So now let's go back to the executive summary, wherein we included three parts of it, like the short overview of the business, the statement of the business purpose, and of course the statement of the business funding. So well, the overview, it's like what proposal are you trying to propose, what business are you trying to think to offer in this time of pandemic. Maybe a lot of people may think that you need a lot of money, a lot of capital for you to be able to put up a small business. No, it's technically not necessary. Let me give you some, before we proceed, let me give you some example on how, small business can be developed. So let me try to introduce you this. So if you look at this is a product that has been created during this pandemic. This product was conceptualized by, of course, this, we own this brand. I own the brand, okay, on the product. This one, I mean, this is chili garlic sauce, or the chili garlic oil. Okay, it's already available in the market. There were some distributors that I'm using, or some retailers was actually distributing this product. Most of it are in Cavite and Laguna. I have few here in Marikina, and some other in Quezon City as well. So though I struggle a lot on how to distribute it, but to conceptualize one, it's technically not that difficult if you're just really into business, if you're just really into doing what you love doing. Okay, and what's really important in here is that you are really into thinking of what is really relevant, what's relevant during this time of pandemic. Yeah, you can easily develop product, but is it like needed by the market? You know, uh, we started like having a distributor. We start distributing like Show My Business, but we think like what's the most relevant product when you distribute Show My, no? And this is a good partner. Then we created it. My daughter tried to conceptualize the design of the packaging, especially the sticker, and in here. So we there's another like a logo in here on top to make it more presentable, and it doesn't cost us a lot. We even have like a capitalization of less than 10,000 to develop such, and it's already available in the market, and it's already being like getting some sales, getting some possible income. Then since we have like other product as well, like we have we also offer like lechon Cebu. uh, I will be sharing that one with you as well in the next video. And here another one. It is good for lechon, whether it's lechon manok or lechon Cebu, or pork lechon achara. Okay, it's still named under the Namit Gid brand. Um, well, there's a lot of people selling this one, but what's good in it is that we have to conceptualize a good packaging for the brand, for the product to be accepted in the market. So we have like, if you look at it with the same colors in here, we have two different products. We have chili garlic oil and the achara one, and we don't actually spend so much for the product to be available in the market and to have this type of product in the market. It's like not really that difficult, you know. And we actually have one new customers in Cavite, the Papos, what we call this Papos, what we the crispy pata. I'm sorry, So they have such, and since it's like relevant and compatible with crispy pata, they think of like selling the brand, selling the product as well on their store. In one of the branch, it's like a franchise brands, brands in Cavite, so in Imos, and they're carrying the product. So the good thing here is like you know what to conceptualize. You're not going to spend so much money, and you're able to identify the market. You know, so that's a simple overview of the business. So that's how it started. It's just like we families like talk together. We try to well, share ideas, and we come up with this. And okay, let's go. Let's try to do it. And because me and my wife's been into business for like quite some times, and we're really in a apparel business. So we also have created during this pandemic a different face mask, washable one. So if we try to look into it, these are on product that was also created during the pandemic, and it's also available in the market. You know, um, yes, you're not going to spend so much for this. The thing is that you just know how to sew the face mask, and it doesn't require so much capital. So what's good in the MSMEs is like you are really into thinking into like doing business. Like the proposal that I am telling you that I have asked you to do, it's not just like for the sake of like you pass, for the sake of just like you need it. No, think of like it's in the long run. Think of it like this is really profitable. Think of it like it's really like saleable in the market, that it will be accepted by the market. Okay, so this is like the how we started. Okay, so we talk about overview. It's like what's the business all about? What's the business all about? The type of business that you are thinking. How is it work? You know, and how are you going to do it? And how are you going to make sure that you're able to uh, put into action? Because yeah, we could think of like with so much business, you know, we can think of like so much ideas, but putting into action sometimes it's very difficult, you know, it's really difficult. So why think of something that it's not viable? Why think of something that it's impossible to put up, you know? And the what we call this the business can be done immediately, you know. So that's how you do it. Okay, that's how you do it. um, okay, now that's actually that's actually what we talk about, the overview. Now, thinking of it, what's the purpose of this? As I mentioned earlier, it was created because it has something related with the other product that we're selling. So the purpose of it is to make it like, okay, this the buyer of such an item like the shoma is like can also be a buyer for this. Okay, and the purpose is not just to earn money, but to make people happy and satisfied while eating shomai. So it's not like just when we created this, we are not just thinking of like, hey, we're gonna earn, but what we are thinking is like, okay, we have to satisfy the craving. Okay, um, that's what actually the purpose of it. Now, when it comes to statement of business funding, it's just like uh, telling where are you going to source the funds, where are you going to get it. Okay, so is it like 25,000? Is each member of group can afford to provide 25,000? So if it's not, then we could like reduce it if you want. So that's statement of business funding. Where are you going to get the funds? How are you going to raise the funds? All right. Now that's chapter one. Now that's executive summary. Now looking at the chapter two and the description of business. So it's like company ownership. So well, definitely for a student like you guys, you just have to have the ownership of like a partnership. Then you can just state like your partner. The four of you are partners. You're contributing capitals. How much capital that you're contributing, and that's what company ownership all about. Now we have a description of product or business. So you just have simply what products are you selling. In our case, we are selling like a chili garlic sauce. Okay, so we are selling this. This is the business that we have. This is the product that we have. This is the packaging, how we package it. So I will make it sure that it's saleable. It's sealed, just to maintain the of course the not really the freshness, but to maintain the sanitation of the item or the product that you have. So it will be sealed so that the customer will think like, okay, it was not open. Okay, so that's what we call the description. How you describe the product. What is this for? What are the content of this? What is the content? What are the ingredients of this product? Okay, that's the description of the business or the product that you have. Now, what's this the business location? So it's very important for you to be able to identify the right location for the product that you're selling or for the business that you're able to build. Okay, why? Because we have in marketing, we have a saying that the more closer you are into your market, the more easy for you to distribute your product, the more easy for you to top your market. That's actually true. It's actually true. But what if the market, like nowadays, it's not that closer to you? Maybe if it's closer to you, you have a lot of competition. So what things that you can do? Okay. Now, location is not just about where are you going to put your office, where are you going to put your plant. So you can mention where you're going to put your business, maybe, like in our case in Marikina, but you have to include the area or the location. Where are you going to distribute this? Okay. Like in our case, we have to include it that it's in Laguna, in Cavite. So you have to identify. Now, sir, what if it's in that area? Then we don't have access to it. So the best thing that you can do is like to find like a retailer or a wholesaler in that area that can distribute the product in the market. Okay, it might lower down your profitability, but the good thing with it the coverage, the market, the market share will now going to improve. And the one who will be able to make use of your product will be able to technically identify it. Okay, so that's the description of the location. Okay, now we have license, permits, and regulations. So technically, you know how uh, uh, to get on it. No, so it's a government requirements actually. If it's sole proprietorship, partnership, you know, so you have to get some the light. I just ask you the process because you cannot technically go to the city in the city hall right now to process it because of the pandemic. So your students are you're not really allowed or required to go out, but you just have state the process and how are you going to do it. Okay, and that's enough. Okay, now with the startup cost, we're just talking about how much capitalization. So in our end or in your end, I have given you like 100,000 to work with. you know uh, um, Hypothetically I given you like 100,000 to work with it, and how are you going to make use of it? So this includes already your raw materials, your the other operational costs like how much you use for purchase of some equipments and any others. No, so this is the startup cost. So that's like 100,000 where it's coming from. No, that's what should be the part of the startup cost. No, listing of key purchases should include all purchases you have to start the business. So if you purchase like a bottle, if you purchase like a sticker, like what we call there an air gun here for to seal this one. If you purchase like the raw materials like chili, the oil, and the garlic, so you have to put in there how much what it is. Okay, if you're planning to like this one box it's like 240 pieces. If you're going to plan to provide like 220 pieces for an initial offering, then how much that it costs? So it should be listed there. How much is the garlic? How much is the oil? How much is chili? How much is the sticker for it? And everything. So there's a costing. Okay. Now for you to be able to know how to price, so that you can see your markup. The percentage of your markup. Okay, so that's the listing of key purchases for business proposal. What are those things? So if we need to buy an equipment, then list it there how much it is. Okay, so that's the part of chapter 2 on under business description. So I know that most of you were able to do it. No, so I hope that those who were not able to do it yet, so this video could help you out on how are you going to do it. You can just look into it from time to time. Now, let's look at the target market and the demographics. Who is the target market? Now, when you start a business like this one, we're thinking, if we are going to create this, who is the target market? So first market is like the one who buys siomai. Who are they? Okay, are they like, what are the age level? What are the age bracket? Where are they located? What are they doing? Are they like students? Are they like a family? Or are they like working individual? Are like male, female? So you have to technically identify the demographics. You have to identify the real target market. So first thing that you have to do is the description of the customer. So you have to describe who are they. As I've mentioned, are they kids? Are they like teens? Are they like adults? So you have to identify. With this one, well, definitely there were children, kids like love to eat this one. Okay, I mean the chili garlic one. So it can be teens. No, it can be like an 18 to 25 years old, or maybe 26 to 35 years old, or who loves this one. Technically, that is the age bracket that we are looking at the beginning. But we found out that as we go along, even like below 18, we're able to use it because we have 3 flavors. We have sweet, we have extra hot, and we have regular hot. For this one. So those flavored has a particular segment. So we have to describe that. You have to describe who are your customers. So with the chili flavor, the sweet flavors, like we have this started from 14 to 18, and even up to 25 years old loves this one. And most of them are females who love sweets. And for the extra hot, are most of them like are males and ages like 25 years old to 35 years old. So you have to describe that. You have to mention who are they. Okay. Now this one has a different market as well. As I've mentioned, the one who buys the lechon, no, the what we call this, inasal that we created, because I have inasal product as well. We're selling it, we're offering it. So it's like, this is not big business, but these are businesses that it may give you an extra income. Okay, especially if you have the talent. All right. Now, description of your competitors it's very important that we know who are the competitors that we have. Where are they? What are they doing? What are they offering? When it comes to price, when it comes to sizes, when it comes to distribution, those are the description of your competitors. Supposedly, that should be the content to make your proposal more concrete. Okay? So, for example, if business A is our competitor with this one, what are they doing? What are their packaging? How's the size? How do they price it? How do they distribute it? Who are their market? Are we sharing the same market? So something like that. So for that reason, you're able to now craft a strategy that will make you better than what your competitors are doing. Okay? So like say for example, if they do not have like free delivery, then you offer free delivery. If say for example, if they price the product at this much, then you can like check your pricing now. No? So like with us, we're just selling it for like 65 pesos and our competitors are selling it at 85 pesos. So definitely you already have an edge in the market now, because we can technically get retailers, because retailers can still sell the product at 80 pesos or 85 pesos. So they're still like earning 20 pesos for each bottle. All right? So what gives us an edge right now is that we identify our competitors, we know what they're doing, we know where they are, which market are they trying to look at, and we try to compare it with the market that we have. So that is the description. So you have to describe your competitors. You have to know them. Okay, you have to identify. Some of you were able to do it. That's good job. It's a really great job that I am showing, list of competitors, what are they doing, what are they offering, and I'm so happy to see it. Okay, now the segment. Well, you will not be having hard time doing the market segment, because as I've mentioned, you have described your competitor, your customers already, and out of the description, you just make use of it in your market segments. So you're not going to divide. No, here in the market segments, you're now able to clearly identify, the age bracket, okay, where they are located. So for example, in Cavite, most of our market are 25 to 35 years old. But when it comes to Laguna, it's a different way around. Most of our market there, it's like below. So we might think like, okay, is it like the 25 to 35 in Laguna are technically not into chili garlic? No, it's not like that. Maybe we're not able to top the market yet. So there is still an opportunity. So I think what's good with it, to do the market segment, wherever the locations you're located, say for example, you have 2, 3 different locations, so you have to segmentize. So say for example, in Cavite, the markets are more or male, and the age bracket is 25 to 35. And then in Laguna, we have like still male, but the age bracket is like 18 to 25 years old. So something like that. And that's technically in Laguna, and they're still also male. And when it comes to the social class, they are different. No, they're different. Most of the in Cavite are the working one. Most in Laguna are doing business. So you can just look into it at a very young age, at 18 to 25, who are actually making use of this. They are also like entrepreneurs, like selling. So we're able to analyze the market now that, hey, okay, it's different. So the demographics is different, the geographic is different, the behavior is different. So we could probably top, when it comes to Cavite, there might be some businesses also there that we're not able to top, that we're able to top in Laguna. Then in Laguna, we're not able to top the 25 to 35, but we're able to top it in Cavite. So the other way around. So the market's still, it's still good. All right. So that's how you identify market segment. That's why I call it the segmentation mix, which means that you have to look at the different mixtures. Where are they located? What are they doing? What are their age? What are their gender? So geographic, demographics, then behavioral. So what are their behaviors? As I've said, in Laguna, they are business. They're doing business. In Cavite, they are working. So it's like the social concept of what they're doing, behaviors, and even psychological side. It's different. Okay, so uh, That's the good thing if you know how to identify your segment. Okay. With the unmet needs, always remember this, guys. With the unmet needs, you have to consider. Remember, you have to consider what are the things that are not being offered yet. Ano ba yung mga what are those things that are now needed in this market that you identify that are not being offered yet? It's not necessary that it's your business, because probably your business could relate into it, or if not, you could probably add on something to your business. So that's what I mentioned, unmet needs, for you to realize if, hey, this business that I'm thinking is not viable. Why? Because this is not the needs of the customer. So that's unmet needs. That's the purpose of it. That's the reason why I want you to look and identify that one. Okay, unmet needs. Those are the needs that is necessary, but it's technically not being offered in the market. Okay, then you can put the business like that. Now, K trends. Technically, what is the trend right now? No, so face masks or whatever other trends that we have. So you can technically do it. You can technically check what are those trends that is in it right now. Okay, so that's what we call K trends. So what's good? Not just the face mask. The trend for now is that food deliveries, or more on food, something that you're going to offer in the market. Um, the That's what we call K trends. Okay. Now, with the quantity of market potential, is that you have to show up here that what is the potential of the market that you are going to enter. So how big it is. Okay. So you could probably draw here a graph or a pie chart. Like, say for example, if it's in Cavite, this is the 100% of the pie. Now, for your, what we call this, forecasting, how much in this 100% of the market in Cavite you could actually cover. Okay, it can be 20%, it can be 10%, it can be 30%. Okay, so that's what we call quantity of the market potential. All right. Now, that's technically under market analysis, no? Then the competition, so you have to describe if there is already an existing product in that market, an existing business like that in the market. So you just have simply to mention it, so that you're able to identify if what is going to happen when you enter into that market. So just have simply mention the competition. Is it tight? Is it there is so many competitors in the market? Are there so many players in the market? What are they doing? So something like that. Okay, so you simply have to identify that one. So that's what we call describe, or the competition. So it's being explained in there, right? Now, with the last one, we have financials. So in the financials, so you have to develop a template on how are you going to monitor your daily operations. Okay, what does it mean, sir? You have, like, for example, you have a template that will monitor, that will record how much, that will record the number of sales that you have, the number of product that you're able to sell, what's the flavor, if there's any flavor, so something like that. Okay, so you're going to monitor that in a daily basis. So you have to develop that in your own, no? How much expenses do you have in a day? So something like that. Or like a template for like the daily credits. You have a record of the cash sales, credit sales, just for you to simply monitor how much of your product is selling in cash, how much selling in credits, and when are you going to collect those credits, so something like that. Or are you going to give like discounts for those cash sales, something. So that's what we call the templates that you're going to develop. So just simply show it. Then even show an example, like in a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's all up to you. What's your idea? Make use of your idea. Okay, but I have given you now the idea of what are the possible templates that you need to monitor the business in a daily basis. Remember, we have controlling as a management functions. Remember that one. Okay, so this is how you apply it. Okay, how you apply and how you monitor the business in a daily basis. Now, then fund sourcing, identify the possible fund resources. So just have to check what you have at the very part, at the second part, on the first part, I mean, on the statement of business funding. So just have put in here. Then how are you going to do the distribution of the funds? So you may probably develop a diagram. So when you earn, what are you going to do with the earnings? Are you going to add it into your capital? Are you going to like distribute it to each member? Are you going to like pay how much percentage you pay for your debts? So something like that. So you have to remember, it can be a template as well. It can be a format as well. That if I earn this 1,000, 10% will go to this, 10% will go to this, 20% will go to this, and 10% will go to this. Okay, that's how you do it. And of course, basic financial statement. So guys, definitely you might probably have already an accounting subject before. So basic financial statement is like a simple format, like sales, how much, cost of goods sold, how much the cost that you're able to incur to develop a product. Say for example, I have a 100 sales for two items, say for example, and how much is the cost when I develop this one. So that's cost of goods sold. When you subtract that one, that's your gross profit, and then you have to less all the expenses that you incur for the month, and then you have your net profit. Okay, so that's simply how you do it. Okay, sales, cost of goods sold, minus, and then you have the gross profit there, then less all the expenses, and then at the end, net profit. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay, if you can do it better, if you can improve it, better. Okay, all right. So once again, I hope that you're able to watch this video, and if you have any concerns with it, just keep on like you know watching it. So I have given you all the options. I have given you all the possibilities to try to refer to this video from time to time. For now, have a nice day, guys, and keep safe. Bye for now.